Hey everybody, welcome back to another business analysis video. My name is Pippa. If you're just joining for the first time, I share knowledge about the business analysis career path. In today's video, we are on part 4 of our business analysis project case study, which is looking at migrating from an in-house CRM system to the cloud. But before we really go into the business analysis task, I really want you to understand how we embark on the project discovery, the planning the project, as well as identifying the stakeholders. So in the last video, part 3, we looked at the SDLC, Software Development Life Cycle, which identified the stages that the project should take on to deliver the project or the software. In today's video is very similar. We're looking at the project approach that we're adopting for our actual project. So again, depending on the project and whatever the team are trying to deliver, as much as we're following the standard project life cycle, we can adopt or tweak certain aspect of it. Okay, so for the purpose of our project, which is looking at moving that in-house system to on cloud, right? These are the stages that our project is deciding to take after communication with the maybe the project sponsor, the project managers, and various other members of the team. Again, depending on the approach that we're adopting for the project. So this is the approach that we're adopting. The first one is requirements gathering and analysis, which you can also refer to this as discovery, okay? This is where the business analyst will conduct a detailed analysis of the current in-house CRM system. What is the current system we are using? Who are the key stakeholders, right? What are the key functionalities of this system? And what are those key functionalities that we're transferring? Are we leaving certain functionalities and are we moving some functionalities? Are we introducing new functionalities? And then the business analyst will then document these requirements that have been gathered and analyzed. The second stage is our cloud platform selection. Okay, and this is the part where the IT team will then evaluate the various cloud platforms that are available and select one that will meet the business needs. Okay, so for our project, the business analyst will first gather the requirements, because if we don't have requirements, we can't determine what cloud platform or cloud-based platform can meet our needs. We can't just go and just find any random one, right? And before we find the one, we need to know what we want from it, right? So this is why this is why requirements gathering and analysis is done first at the first stage. And then the IT team will now select which platform will meet these needs. And this, as much as it's based on the requirements, it's also based on other factors such as the cost, the functionality, the scalability, and the security of this new cloud-based platform that we're looking to move to. Now, the third stage is the migration plan development. We're going to plan the migration. It's very, very critical. So it's a very, very critical aspect because it's delicate as well because we're moving from an old system to a new system, which is based in the cloud. So again, based on our requirements, based on stage 1, requirements gathering and analysis, as well as based on stage 2, which is the cloud platform selection, we would now develop a migration plan. And this would include our timelines, our resource allocation, and our testing. These are the things that we need in order to migrate. So the fourth one is our migration execution, which can also relate to the development within our SDLC, which we looked at in the last video, part 3. So in this migration execution, this is again the IT team which will execute the plan. Number 3, migration planning development. This is when they will execute that plan. And then they ensure that the migrated system is fully functional, is efficient, and is user-friendly. Now, the fifth one, which is in line with our standard SDLC, is the training. So we also need to provide training to our end users to ensure that there's a smooth transition from the old system to the new system. This is very, very critical, and it will generally cover the systems, functionalities, as well as how to use them. We will cover this at other videos within the BA approach, right? So we're generally just looking at project approach, the overall project approach, before diving down into the BA approach in our next video. Now, testing and development and deployment in one. The system that has been migrated, we have migrated it now to cloud. We now have to test it thoroughly to ensure that it meets our requirements. And once it's fully tested, it will now be deployed to the production environment, which we looked at in the last video, right? Now, relating to our maintenance as well as benefits realization in SDLC's project lifecycle, the final project approach we're adopting for our project is the post-deployment support. We have to be there to support the team, to not just the end users but other members of the team or other users generally. So we will provide, the IT team really will provide that post-deployment support to ensure that the system's smooth transition, and they also will ensure to resolve any issues that may arise. And any of these issues, depending on how huge or how critical they are, we could raise bugs and look at fixes and tasks, again depending on the project methodology adopted. We'll explore that in our next videos. So in conclusion, now this our project that we are working on is a very critical project for our company because it will reduce the ongoing cost. Remember, it cost us 150k per month to pay for our in-house system, and also we want to ensure that the system is efficient, right? It makes sense for the users, it saves time, it adds value, and it's also easy to use for the users. Just gives them less headache. So by following these approach that we have just outlined, we'll be able to ensure the project's success within the tight deadline of 9 months. It's very tight, and a lot of time in the real life, it's not achieved. There's always something that will happen. Something always happens. But anyway, that's the end of today's video part 4, looking at the project approach for our project. In the next video, we will now really look at what exactly is the business analyst doing now that you've seen all the overall background of this thing. What exactly are you doing as a business analyst? Okay, so look out for that video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you are notified whenever I upload these videos, so that you can follow through this A to Z of doing the work for business analysts, the BA roadmap for project delivery. Okay, again, like, subscribe, share this content. You never know who it might help. If you're a viewer and you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. It really will help me in staying motivated to share more business analysis related content. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Peace.